Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV Nightly News.
No pay for TSA has turned travel woes into chaos at airports. The latest ahead.
Shocking allegations about a civil rights icon have people across the U.S. changing celebrations for Cesar Chavez.
It's the ultimate pickle experience. We've got pickle food, pickle games, and even pickle music. I've got a live report from Pickle Fest ahead.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Edison Stewart.
And I'm Alexandria Teeters. While spring break is over here at UNT, people across the country are trying to enjoy their time off. But a fight between Democrats and Republicans is making that hard, as TSA wait times have skyrocketed at U.S. airports. Karen Kafa has a look at options for travelers, plus the latest on Capitol Hill.
Spring break volume collides with a congressional impasse, with airline passengers stalled in the middle.
Even if you're going to an airport that hasn't had issues with these staffing shortages, you just don't know when it can happen.
TSA officers have worked without pay since February 14th, when Department of Homeland Security funding lapsed amid a stalemate over federal immigration reform. TSA officials say callouts and resignations are mounting.
Our TSA officers, as long as they don't get paid, they're going to continue to call out. They can't afford to come in. And they're going to quit altogether. And that's a serious concern.
The Department of Transportation says passengers are entitled to refunds only for a canceled flight, a schedule change, or a significant delay, or on a fully refundable ticket that isn't used, not a TSA backup. But Meghna Maharishi, airline reporter at travel news site Skift, recommends travelers stay in close touch with their airline. Some are offering more rebooking flexibility.
That is a circumstance that is also outside of your control, and it is outside of the airline's control too.
Off-peak travel may also ease wait times.
I definitely say either early morning or very late at night. Those are probably going to be the two best times, just because there probably won't be as many flights taking off, and there probably won't be as many passengers on those flights. So you probably won't be dealing with very long security lines.
Passengers can also consider TSA pre-check for future travel. Maharishi says some travel credit cards will reimburse consumers for the cost. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
And for people who choose to drive instead of fly, gas prices continue to rise as the war in Iran continues with no end in sight. AAA reports the average price of a gallon of gas is $3.84. That is up 5 cents from yesterday. This is the highest nationwide average since September of 2023. This is one of the fastest rise in prices on record. It's on the same level as Hurricane Katrina in 2005. In DFW, drivers are paid an average of $3.66 per gallon. We are now just 19 days into the conflict with Iran, and with uncertainty looming, these price hikes may continue.
And it's not just gas that's getting more expensive. New numbers show inflation is starting to spike again. The Producer Price Index from February was 3.4%. That is the highest it's been since February of last year. The PPI measures wholesale prices, which is what manufacturers pay for goods before they reach consumers. The month-to-month increase in this number was more than double what economists had predicted. Rising food and energy prices were largely to blame for this increase.
And as inflation rises, so do the temperatures here in Denton.
Yeah, that glimpse of winter from earlier this week seems to be changing into a glimpse of summer. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Emily Rice, to get a first look at the forecast. Emily?
Thanks, Alexandria. Yes, despite that cold front we experienced these past few days, we can see the sun shining through. Current conditions show nice sunny weather with temperatures at 75 degrees and a nice 12-mile-per-hour wind speed, thankfully not changing how it feels. Tonight's conditions, we will see a drop in temperature to 59 degrees with an 8-mile wind speed. That will slightly change how it feels. Tomorrow, we can expect a significant increase in temperature at 87 degrees with that same 12-mile-per-hour wind speed. That's all I have for first look. Join me later for a full look at weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Emily. President Trump's choice to lead the Department of Homeland Security is already facing backlash on Capitol Hill. Today, Senator Markwayne Mullin's confirmation faced heated questions about immigration agents, global threats, and a partial government shutdown. Brian Abel has the story.
Do you think fighting as a resolution for political difference is a good example for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol?
In the hot seat on Capitol Hill, Senator Mark Wayne Mullen testifying during his confirmation hearing to lead the Department of Homeland Security. A tense start as Senator Rand Paul questioned Mullen over his temperament.
Explain to the American public why they should trust a man with anger issues to set the proper example for ICE and Border Patrol agents.
Let me earn your respect. Let me earn the job. I won't fail you. I won't back down from a challenge. And I'll also admit when I'm wrong.
Mullen's confirmation process for DHS Secretary comes after the ouster of Kristi Noem, whose tenure at the top of the department ended in a partial government shutdown, now in its second month, over the agency's immigration enforcement actions. Democrats voting to withhold funding while demanding significant reforms following the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy by federal agents in Minneapolis.
In the past 14 months, Secretary Noem has fundamentally broken the American people's trust in the Department of Homeland Security. If confirmed to lead the department, how will you be different from Secretary Noem?
My management style is empowering people. And as I said in my opening statement, I want to protect the homeland. I want to bring peace of mind. And I want to bring confidence back to the agency.
Mullen will next face a full vote in the Senate if the committee approves his nomination. In Washington, Brian Abel reporting.
Politics are back on here at UNT as elections are on March 30th. Our live shot reporter Ian Cropper has some more information on the recent candidate meet and greet. Ian?
Thanks, guys. From changing union restaurants and increasing athletic fees to a tumultuous political climate and incoming budget cuts, things are constantly changing here on campus. That's why our Student Government Association is so important. It acts as our voice during these important decisions. And with spring right around the corner, the SGA is holding elections for its next slate of leaders. A meet and greet was held earlier today at the Union with candidates for president and vice president meeting with their potential constituents. Both the main tickets have their own acronym. The ticket with Daria Smith and Esther Olumiyiwa is running under the mantra Unite. Unite, nurture, inspire, transform, and empower. Meanwhile, the ticket with Durrani Avula and Devin Ferez is using the acronym LIFT, Leadership, Innovations, Fellowship, and Transparency. This won't be the only event before the election. Another meet and greet will be held tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m., and a debate between the tickets will be held next Wednesday from 6 to 8:50. The election itself will open at 8 a.m. on Monday, March 30th, and will close the next Wednesday, April 2nd at 5 p.m. For more information about the candidates and the election, you can follow the Instagram pages for both the tickets themselves and the SGA. From NTTV News, I'm Ian Cropper. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Ian. Up next, the latest on shocking revelations against civil rights activist Cesar Chavez.
And the fun is just getting started across campus. We'll take you live at Pickle Fest.
Property Brothers have won! Welcome back to Late Night at North Texas. Late Night at North Texas. Late Night at North Texas.
Color the world with peace and joy.
Tell me, Diva, what's the tea?
My Nisha drag is dumb.
The spirits have guided you to me.
Celebrations honoring Cesar Chavez are being canceled nationwide after disturbing new allegations came to light about the labor leader. A New York Times investigation says Chavez sexually abused at least 2 young girls while he was in charge of the United Farm Workers. Fellow labor leader Dolores Huerta, who worked alongside Chavez for years, also says he abused her. Chavez died in 1993. For decades, his birthday, March 31st, has been a celebration of labor rights in the U.S., but in the wake of these revelations, Cesar Chavez Day events are being shut down. And today, Governor Greg Abbott announced statewide events for Cesar Chavez Day will no longer be held this month.
Starting April 1st, millions of Texans will no longer be allowed to use food stamps to buy sweetened beverages and candy. Senate Bill 379 was signed into law last year by Governor Greg Abbott. The bill passed with bipartisan support with the goal to help ensure this program helps families access nutritional foods. Under the bill, you will not be able to use food stamps to buy any candy or any sweetened drink that contains 5 grams or more of added sugar per serving, or any amount of artificial sweetener, such as regular and most diet sodas. The Health and Human Services released a guidance document for retailers on how to comply with the new law.
A federal judge ordered the end of a Biden-era student loan repayment program that has millions of borrowers left wondering what should they do now. Ivan Rodriguez has more.
After years of legal challenges, the Biden-era Saving on a Valuable Education or SAVE plan has officially been killed by a U.S. District Court judge. The Trump administration had long called the plan illegal and sought to shut it down.
The SAVE plan was by far the most generous repayment option for student loan borrowers.
Under the plan, some enrolled borrowers saw monthly payments as low as 5% of discretionary income. It also promised to cancel remaining student loan debt after making as little as 10 years of payments. After last week's ruling, millions of student loan borrowers enrolled in SAVE have been asking a similar question. What now?
There's more than 7 million borrowers enrolled in SAVE. Keep in mind, this is at a time that we keep hearing about backlogs of income-driven repayment applications, backlogs of people trying to get their loans forgiven from public service loan forgiveness program. And so now we're going to add more than 7 million people to have to change repayment programs.
In a statement to CNBC, Education Department Undersecretary Nicholas Kent said clear guidance for borrowers enrolled in the SAVE plan and how they could move into other repayment plans would be shared in the coming weeks. Until then, Natalia Abrams with the Student Debt Crisis Center suggests borrowers wait.
Are you going to be somebody that gets that notice 6 months, 9 months down the line? This is why we're telling borrowers to just hold tight for the moment and do not make decisions based on every little bit of news, because you just get whiplash, right?
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The West Coast is expecting a heat wave much earlier in the year than usual. From Los Angeles to Phoenix, nearly 50 million people are preparing for temperatures 20 to 30 degrees above normal. The heat advisory is expected to last for 5 days, while the high temps are expected to last 2 weeks. This heat wave is setting records, reaching highs we haven't seen in decades. Meanwhile, the Midwest is recovering from a brutal winter storm. The storms also brought high winds, tornadoes, and destruction. Later in the year, we can expect the heat wave to move through the country, reaching Texas and Montana. And while the rest of the country is going through either side of extreme weather, I wonder what the rest of the week has in store for us.
Me too. I'm hoping we may have a nice spring weekend. Let's head over to our weather anchor, Emily Rice, to see what's coming up. Emily.
Thanks, Edison. Thankfully, Texas is finally settling into the summer experience, and the forecast shows that it's planning to stay. Across North Texas, we can see all of the temperatures ranging from high 70s all the way to the low 70s, but still staying in that 70s range. Our highest peaking at Graham at 79 degrees, lowest over in Sherman and Paris, Texas. Across the state, we can see a similar pattern with the highs being over here by El Paso and getting cooler as we head over to Shreveport and Houston, Texas. Into the rest of the week, we can expect an increase in temperatures, with it peaking with highs of 94 on Saturday and Sunday. We can also expect a significant drop in temperature on Monday with a high of 77 degrees. We can also then expect fully summery days with nice sunny sun. Since it's getting warmer, we can all spend more time outside. Right now is the perfect time to have some fun outside Clark Hall. NTTV's Evanson Frank Love is there live. Evanson, tell us about the fun happening out there.
Thanks, Emily. Boy, oh boy, I never thought I'd have so much fun here at a Pickle Fest. I'm actually here with Tania Burns, who is the Director of Records for the CCE. Tania, could you tell us what Pickle Fest is and what it's about?
Yes, so we have it annually every year, the Pickle Fest. It falls around the same time as St. Patrick's, so everybody will still have their green on. We have a bunch of pickled festivities. We have pickle-themed snacks, pickle-themed different games, everything. And yeah, we do this every single year. If you want to keep up with it, you can follow our Instagram at UNT_CCE.
Yeah, and you better get here soon because this is from 6 to 8 p.m. So if you want to have some fun today, come try some pickles. That's pretty good. With NTTV News, I'm Evanson Franklove.
Thanks, Evanson. Coming up, some warnings about spring break sicknesses.
And we go live to an event hosted by the UNT Japanese Society.
Do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie?
Isn't this cat so lovely? Let's take a look at this cute kitty cat take on the world.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Cynthia Mendoza for NTTV Nightly News.
And I'm Zach White. Be sure to tune in next week at noon and 6 p.m. respectively. Cynthia, you got any pets waiting for you at home?
Oh yes, I actually have a fish tank.
Measles vaccines, coverage is the
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on NTTV Nightly News. I'm Edison Stewart.
And I'm Alexandria Teeters. Even though UNT has already had spring break, others are just now heading into break and should be looking out for the sickness that could rain on your plans. Our segment anchor Yadira Ovalle has more in this week's Your Health. Yadira?
That's right, guys. I know a lot of us want to travel for the spring break, but we have to know about the surge in the spring respiratory viruses. Specifically, the children are being affected by illnesses. When going to vacation, there's a high chance that you will be in crowded places as well as busy airports. Dr. Zachary Most, a pediatrician, says that during the week of March 8th, a record high of 357 rhinovirus cases, 150 influenza cases, 106 RSV cases, and 24 cases of COVID were recorded in the children's health system. Dr. Moss says that we need to stay up to date on our recommended routine vaccinations of the flu, RSV, and COVID. Other precautions we could take are packing hand sanitizer, fever-reducing medicine, and potentially masks. Marijuana may not be helping your anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress disorders. One of the two studies from Australian researchers say marijuana does not improve mental health conditions such as anorexia nervosa or bipolar disorder. It is said 1 out of 4 people in the United States and Canada use marijuana for medical use. Even with half of the prescribed medicines are used to manage their mental health, there is no evidence that it helps. That's all I have for today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Yadira. People and businesses in Fort Worth's Cultural District will soon be working around the filming of a hit TV show. According to a City Street use permit, the Paramount Plus crime drama series Lioness will be filming a stunt driving and collision sequence next week. South University Drive between West Lancaster Avenue and West Freeway will be closed from 5 a.m. to 7 at night on March 24th and 25th. The streets will reopen once filming wraps. Lioness stars Nicole Kidman and Zoe Saldana. It is filming its third season right now.
Edison, can you speak a different language? Because I know I can speak a little bit of Spanish.
I can speak a little French, but there is a celebration of another language happening right now on campus. NTTV's Julianne Nguyen is live at the Union with a look. Julianne?
Thanks, guys. Right now, I'm here live at the Jade Ballroom, where many Japanese and cultural organizations have come together to put on UNT's very own Spring Festival. In Japan, spring is not just a season full of allergies, but also a season full of celebration. And thanks to the JSS, you're able to try on different kimonos, drink some tea, and maybe even pull a lucky fortune. But the JSS's mission is not just to put on fun cultural events just like this. They have also made it their goal to speak Japanese at any given moment. Check it out.
At the University of North Texas, there's 10 languages offered in the World Language Department, with dozens of class levels. But one of the most difficult is Japanese. And for the members of the Japanese Scholar Society, learning and teaching doesn't stop in the classroom.
JSS stands for the Japanese Scholar Society, and we are the academically based Japanese club. Our primary goal as a club is for students to have the opportunity to study Japanese outside of the classroom and also to get more practice in outside of the classroom setting. It's important, I believe, for students to have this opportunity in these clubs, not only so that way they get practice outside of the classroom, but also so that way we can build community with each other in practicing and speaking a language that we all chose to learn together.
Members range from beginner all the way to advanced Japanese, and each member has some serious passion and dedication to learning the language.
So I just really enjoy learning new languages in general, and I wanted to challenge myself, and Japanese was a challenge because it's a whole new 3 alphabets to learn and all of that and the new grammar and everything, so that's why I started learning it.
Each member presents a project in Japanese every semester. They can be haikus, which are traditional Japanese poems, or presentations about the Japanese culture. Learning a new language is already daunting. However, you will always find a place right here at the Japanese Scholar Society.
The JSS meets every Tuesday from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in the Language Building in room 309. And while you guys were cooped up in the studio, I went to go pull a lucky Japanese fortune called an omikuji. And this omikuji is telling me to go check out the Spring Festival happening until 7 p.m. Well, that's all I have. Back to you two at the desk.
Thanks, Julianne. It looks like you're having a blast out there. And with spring on the well on the way, I can't wait to enjoy the weather while watching some sports outside.
I know, it is that time of year where you can catch a tan while your favorite team catches the ball. NTTV's Jordan Lindsay is here with more. Jordan, what more can you tell us about the big events going on this week?
Thanks, guys. USA faced Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic title game, and it was a close one. I'll have more after the break.
Return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
Don't get your hopes up.
Is that it?
That's it.
Nothing can stop me now!
Yeah.
I warned them that this was dangerous, but did they listen?
No!
I've been having these dreams.
Welcome in.
This is part of the process, Eric. I only want what is best for you.
You want me to go on and on with the program until there's nothing left of me.
We are one now. Our goals are the same.
No, they're not.
Team USA faced Venezuela last night in the World Baseball Classic Championship game. Venezuela led by 2 until Bryce Harper tied things up with a home run in the bottom of the 8th. But Team Venezuela quickly retook the lead, then looked to secure a stunning upset in the 9th. This is Venezuela's first ever WBC championship. The team featured MLB stars like Ronald Acuna Jr. and Michael Garcia. The U.S. was hoping for its second tournament win. The only other time it had come away with a championship was 2017. Yesterday, March Madness kicked off with the first 4 matchups. Both games decided who was going to be in the NCAA tournament. In Game 1, Texas defeated North Carolina 68-66, and in Game 2, the Howard Bison beat the UMBC Retrievers 86-83. Both teams will enter the tournament among the other 66 teams. The University of Alabama is also another team who punched their ticket into the tournament. Despite being one of the top teams, they will be playing this Friday without star player Aiden Holloway. On Monday morning, Holloway was arrested on 2 felony charges after police found a pound of marijuana. The potential penalty for this case can be up to 10 years in prison and a fine of $15,000. That's all I have for sports. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Jordan. Alexandria, it's a nice time to be outside, maybe go out on the water and paddleboard, but this next story is not quite what you may have in mind.
Definitely not, Edison. Police in Florida say a chase entered uncharted waters on Monday when a man took off and jumped into a nearby river. Video shows deputies questioning 28-year-old Chase Cruz before he ran away, then tried to swim away.
A deputy and a Daytona Beach Shores police officer followed in pursuit on paddleboards. They arrested Cruz and brought him to shore. He's now charged with loitering, prowling, and resisting arrest. Well, I guess you can say he may have found himself in some deep water.
Oh, definitely.
Well, thank you for watching NDTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.